Welcome back
Are we starting?
to Singles Inferno.
Let's run through. So,
You gotta do it in Korean. How do you say it?
안녕하세요, 여러분.
How do you say Inferno? 지구
can you point at people?
Yeah, and then I'll be like, this is Kyle, Winston, Richard.
What? Question mark?
He's getting possessed.
Yeah. By the kawaii demon.
I've been watching too much K-dramas.
Your egg yolk is too much.
Take whatever.
Welcome back to Bring Your Tea podcast. We're a group of friends living.
Bring your own tea.
What is it?
Bring your tea. You said bring your tea podcast.
I did?
Yeah, bro.
Just keep it rolling.
Yeah, keep it
do
rolling.
it again. Do it again.
Okay,
Alright.
start again.
Welcome back to Bring Your Own Tea podcast. We're a group of friends living in New York City, talking about our lives and spilling some teas. Today, I am your host, Dan, and I have a co-host with me today, Cherise.
Thanks, Dan. I don't know. It feels like...
Thanks, Dan, and back to you.
It's like a television.
It's an anchor.
Yeah, you could be a news anchor. You could be a news anchor. 100%.
That's what Minji wants.
Yeah, you know who else is music?
Oh. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Okay. Well, would you like to introduce the other members?
Yeah. This is Kyle.
Let's just speak into it.
Oh, this is Kyle, Winston, and Richard.
You guys say thanks, Cherise.
Thanks, Cherise.
Thank you, Cherise.
It's been a while since we recorded the podcast. I think the holidays just ended, so we're just like getting back together now. I heard you guys caught up with Singles Inferno at Winston's this week.
Yes, before we get started, let's have the intro.
솔로게 오진걸. Wait, was that it?
솔로 지역?
Oh,
지역도?
솔로 지역에 오신 걸?
지역에?
지역에 오진걸.
오신 걸?
오신걸.
환영합니다.
오신걸.
오신 걸?
Wait, say it
No, the
again.
beginning one was good when you said
Yeah.
안녕하세요, 여러분.
안녕하세요, 여러분.
솔로 지역에 오신
서로
걸?
지역에 오신 걸 환영합니다. Should I do it again?
No, I think that's
Okay.
good. Well, I think we should talk about what Singles Inferno is, 'cause for the viewers that doesn't know what it is.
So Singles Inferno is like a Korean reality dating show. And basically single women and single men are on an island and they get to fight games and like match up with each other in paradise if they win.
Yeah, Paradise is like a super nice hotel. Whereas you stay in Inferno, you have to eat carrots or something.
Yeah, so it's like going on a diet.
Yeah. But yeah, how's the season finale watch party that I missed out on?
Chill.
It was good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It was good.
Expected the results.
It was expected.
Was it?
Respected.
This was season 3. There's 2 other seasons, but I think this one's the spiciest season.
Yeah, they changed it up a
was
bit.
the-
Oh, yeah,
Like the
100%.
season.
A little bit of
structure
a
was
twist
different.
in there.
Did you guys have like
Thanks to Kwani.
favorite member or anything like that?
My favorite guy member was definitely. Actually, I don't know.
Was it Kwani?
No, it wasn't Kwani.
It's
He was like my
Wanik. It's
least
Wanik.
favorite for most of the time till the end. He made it interesting. I realized, Probably Jinsuk. Jinsuk is my favorite, and then favorite girl was Cutie, but like up to that one point. You know what I'm talking
No
about?
spoilers.
You know what I'm
Are
talking
we
about?
spoiling things or we're not?
Oh,
we are gonna
disclaimer
spoil
right here.
it.
Disclaimer. This is
If you guys want to skip this part, there's a timestamp below, and skip this part if you don't want to get spoiled.
if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it
But
yet.
if not Jinsuk, then Mingyu.
How about you? Kwani?
No.
Kwani is
Definitely
Cherise's type, by the
no.
way, guys. Kwani is Cherise's
Absolutely
type.
not. Wani, his hair really bothered me throughout the entire
Dude, his
show.
hair looked like
Ed and Eddie.
Yes, but also Park Seo-joon in Itaewon Class.
Yeah, I don't like that haircut.
I also didn't like that either.
Mm,
But in terms of guys, I would say Jinsuk.
Jinsuk?
Because I thought he was the funniest.
What about the girls though?
I would say it would be Hajong or Haesun.
Yeah. I think mine is pretty simple. I like the Kyungjin, the police.
Mingyu?
Mingyu. What is that?
No, he was a
Who's
firefighter. He was a firefighter.
He was
Oh.
the rescue team.
Rescue team.
Yeah.
He's like a swimmer for the rescue team.
Yeah, I liked him. For the girls, I like Haesun.
You do like the bubbly types.
We were just saying that Dan would fall for the
Minji.
Aegyo.
Minji.
The seduction.
But I don't know. Like, I think that gets old. Like, Haesun, I think still has similar like energy. but it's not as like a clingy energy.
Mm.
It's clean energy.
That's true. Yeah, she's very well put.
Yeah.
Like, put together.
And she's smart too.
She's super expressive. That's what I felt.
Yeah. What about you, Rich?
So my top guy would be Jinsuk.
Mm.
He's funny. He's
Favorite.
mature.
I thought
He's able
Jinsuk's
to have
vibe
good
was similar with you.
conversations. Thank you.
Like he's like very calm, but like throws jokes here and there.
I feel like second is Mingyu. Mostly because like he's a gentleman, he's a nice guy. He has like he's still like friendly and like he has a personality. And then like bottom tier would be like Habin,
Oh,
who's
he's
just
the
like
lowest
so
of the low.
weird, so strange. Kwani's pretty far down there. At least like he made things entertaining. Like he didn't come across as like super creepy. He just came as like across more like insecure to me. And then Wanik is just like in the middle. He's kind of boring. He's acting
There's
weird.
nothing like special about one.
Nothing special about him. He was acting kind of like petty when like he kept asking people like, "Oh yeah, everyone's keep saying that I stole you away to paradise. Haha, did I? Did I?"
Who,
And then, like,
who did he say that to?
One
Hyesun?
is just
Xion.
Xion?
Yeah, because like she obviously wanted to go with that other guy Minu.
Oh,
And then
was he
he's-
doing that? I
He
don't
asked her
remember.
like 2 or 3 times, and like the commentators were like, "Stop freaking asking that." And then girls, I would say top would be Hajang. She's also very like secure. She's open about her feelings towards another person, even though he didn't like her back. She's like, well, like he's the guy that I like, so I'm just gonna choose him anyway. And then low tier for me would be like Curie. She comes across very like mean, creepy, scary.
I feel like in those scenes, what I got from that sense was that she was an old high school bully.
Oh, for sure.
Like she enjoyed
The way that she was talking to Minu at the last episode, that's like exactly how a bully speaks. She's like, why'd you do that? I told you to stay put.
Do you want to defend her? Since she was formerly your favorite.
So like a lot of people were saying that she has like Gangnam beauty, which means she got like a lot of like facial
Work done.
surgery. But I don't know. I feel like it would be easy for her to win me over for some reason. I don't know.
There's a charm.
Just
Yeah.
say she's your type.
Yeah.
Looks wise?
No.
Or
I wouldn't say
Like personality
she's
too.
necessarily like, totally my type, but just think she was like the prettiest one.
Winston, tell your favorite.
I have a lot. I feel like I like a lot of them. I don't have anyone that I like hate because I actually really like Wanhee for his entertainment value. As a person, he's an idiot, but like, I thought he was very entertaining. I think my favorite guy is Jinsuk. I felt like he was just like chill, and then I really like his Daegu accent.
Oh,
Like it added to the vibe. It was just
His
like
accents.
this chiller.
His like little quips that he like very Daegu way of speaking.
Yeah.
It was just so funny.
I felt like I actually like Minwoo a lot. Maybe
Minwoo?
because he's similar in age to me, but also I feel like he was the most improved throughout the show. Like in terms like at the very beginning, like he wasn't like really talking or anything, but then he like really opened up.
I feel like
So
the
I
fact
like
that
that.
he was like the youngest too, and he was
Yeah.
still very mature the
Right,
whole time.
right.
Was,
He
like,
had
really
growth.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
why
Yeah,
that's why I
growth.
like
Hit an arc.
He
He had
pushed
a-
himself.
He had a character development arc.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was good.
I couldn't like recognize. You know, there are like times when he would like put his bang up, and then like when he would put it
Oh,
down.
yeah.
I thought it was 2 different people. The whole like in the beginning,
who's
I was
that?
like, there's
That
new
was his
guy.
character arc. Once he started putting the hair up, he's
Yeah,
like,
it's different.
I'm confident now. I can talk to girls now.
For girls, my number one definitely Minji.
No one has comments.
No comment from everyone else. And then I really like Hajong because I felt like she was just like the most real.
That's very funny because I feel like Minji is one of the like more fake ones.
Yes,
Off
but
of girls' perspective?
I feel like I've already
already
already put all my
fell.
eggs in that basket. I'm like,
I know
dude,
what you
I'm-
mean.
I'm
Like once
staying
once
loyal,
they're
man.
like pretty, it's like they could have all these
Once
other
I'm
flaws.
it's like I overlook it.
Yeah,
right?
it's like she cried. That's fine.
I thought that was so funny when she started crying though. I just remember everyone was like, dude, you're gonna
The
hate after
helicopter
that
scene,
scene.
the helicopter
And
scene.
after that scene, I was like, dude, that was actually so adorable.
I like her more now.
So, I also heard that our co-host Cherise has brought some tea today. Like not a literal tea.
What's brewing?
Some of us already heard it, but Kyle hasn't. We heard this like a long
This is a
time
reaction
ago.
video.
Yeah, so we wanted to see Kyle's reaction. It's pretty juicy story.
Wait,
This is
I've
my
heard this?
reactions.
Yeah,
I heard this, right?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, it's from that long ago?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, go ahead,
That long
Cherise.
ago.
My friends and I, we made a pact that we wouldn't like actually date anyone or go on dates until like after summer. And then after summer, we were having so much fun that we just pushed it out to like Halloween weekend because that's the last fun single holiday. My only requirements at that point was he just needed to be tall, look kind of fit, and have like a decent looking face because I was just looking for someone fun to dance with for the night. So then I saw a guy. He kept looking at me and I kept looking at him, but no one was making a move. One of my friends got really tired of us like staring at each other.
At one point, they're just like, no, but then you do this and then you're like,
my friend went up to him and said, "My friend thinks you're cute. Do you think she's cute?" And I think he said yes because he came over and then we just started dancing. But in the end of the day, like I also had another party to go to. But before that, I asked him like, "Oh, do you have Instagram? Should we keep talking?"
he's like, no, I don't have Instagram.
Yeah, he actually didn't have Instagram.
Yeah. Okay.
Cal's like, I know how the story ends now.
And then?
And then he was like, "We should exchange numbers." So I was like, sure. Then I just went on to my other party or whatever event I was going to. He made a okay impression, but I was pretty drunk, didn't really remember his personality, and I'm sure he didn't remember me very much.
Yeah.
But then at 4 a.m., he sends me a text. He's like, "What are you doing?" And of course, I ignore it. So then I was just like, okay, he was fun for the night.
Because it was like a what you doing kind
Like
of
booty
thing.
Yeah. It was like, what place are you
WYD.
at? Yeah.
At 4 a.m.
It's
just
like
WYD.
You
I
up
was like, what is
text?
You up?
Yeah.
Question mark.
The next morning, I get another text from him and he walks it back. He's like, "That was so stupid of me. I really shouldn't have sent that text. Are you available for dinner this week?" And
Redemption.
yeah. And then I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. I just said, yeah, I'm down for dinner. And then he just sends me Wednesday, 7 p.m. and then a screenshot of the restaurant. Wednesday comes along. I'm a little nervous at this point. But then when I saw him, he was like pretty like more attractive than I remember. He was like wearing like something kind of stylish. He ordered everything, asked what type of drinks I liked, and like we just had a good meal.
Nice.
And then throughout the dinner, he kind of dropped a little bit of like hints that that he
A little freaky.
no.
What is Kyle imagining right now? What's in his head?
Are you allergic to latex?
50 Shades of Grey.
No.
Cal's just imagining this like rich ass pimp.
I was just like, "Oh, so what are you doing this weekend?" Just asking things very casually. And then he just said, "Oh, I'm flying to Italy." And I'm like, "When are you coming back?" And then he says, "Oh, Monday." And this was a Thursday. So he was taking casual weekend trips to Italy. So he would like indicate that he was like living a very like fun lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then I asked him, like, "Are you doing any winter travel for the holidays?" And he mentions that he was going to Napa. And I asked, like, "Oh, why?" And then it was because he was like,
A wedding?
"No." So he said he was like doing regular checkups on the houses. And I'm like, "Oh, are you Airbnb-ing it?" And then he just says, "My family doesn't like strangers touching our things."
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't like strangers touching his things? I
Like
don't
he
get
just
it.
has empty houses.
Oh, so just like making sure there's no squatters or something? Like, what? What does that mean? Like,
Like he wouldn't Airbnb it out. Like you can earn income.
oh, I
through a
see.
property,
Because she
but
said, okay.
They don't
got
need
it.
that. They don't need that
They
chump
don't
change.
Oh,
You
okay.
know?
Sorry, I just
they don't
went
need
over
that
my head.
change.
He needs to go wipe the dust off.
Yeah,
first.
Yeah, right.
He needs to walk around a bit and then come back.
So then I was like, okay, yeah, that's super reasonable.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm doing that too.
Yeah, I don't like people touching my things. Yeah, for sure. Like, I get it.
I just had to pretend it was like super relatable.
Yeah.
And the like funniest part was like when I was asking him like, "Oh, Like, the dinner was almost wrapping up. I was like, what time is your flight tomorrow? Like, don't want to make you late or anything. And then he was just like, oh, don't worry about it. So I asked, like, what time is your flight, though? And he's like, 2 p.m. And I just made this casual comment, like, oh, good thing that you're going to avoid traffic. And then he just looks at me and he's like, you can always avoid traffic. You just take a helicopter.
He's so confused. He's so confused.
He's like, what's traffic, dude?
What is traffic?
Yeah, okay. Take the subway, right? Yeah, the subway. Well, there's no traffic here. It's New York. There's a subway. No, just take a helicopter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the Uber helicopter, right?
No, he literally quoted that.
Oh, okay,
I was
okay.
like, oh, really?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, this is their target customer, not me.
Yes.
The check comes along, and then he like went to use the restroom after paying. And out of curiosity, I just wanted to know how much the dinner was. Guess how much?
What did you eat? Tell me what you ate.
Wait, tell us every course.
Okay.
Was it course meal?
Oh, was
No,
it 12 course?
it wasn't a course meal.
Okay,
it was
yeah,
just
that would be a
like-
little too much, you know, like
Yeah, it was just like Japanese barbecue.
I'm gonna say like 650.
Oh, that's a really good guess. 500.
500?
Yeah.
Okay, I would just went a little higher just in case, you know.
Yeah. I was already like, great. He's definitely getting a second date.
Yeah, right? Like the comments that he made about like the helicopter and like was he just like and the Napa Valley thing, like was he like serious?
Yeah.
I
Or was he
think
being was he kind of being
serious.
playful?
I think he was being serious.
He was just being completely serious.
Yeah, and I would say something, but I was probably more playful.
Oh, okay.
Afterwards, he came back and he was like, I'm having a good time. Where should we go to next? But then at that point, I had to meet up with a friend to pick up like
Something.
something.
A present.
A gift. Yes. I had to pick up some party favors.
Okay.
And then my friend was flying out the next week, so I had, or like the next day, so I had to get it that night.
Right.
I was like, please don't judge me, but I really need to go to this place. I just didn't plan correctly. And then he says, oh, at least you're not boring. What's the address?
He literally went with you to pick up the party favors.
He went with me.
He went
to pick-
errand. He went and did errands with you.
He did errands with me. That's
wow.
like boyfriend material, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, go on.
But then, like, afterwards, I was like, so have you ever tried this before? He was like, oh, I've only tried it, like, once before. I was like, oh, this is really good stuff. Like, you should try this.
Really good party favors.
Yeah. So then he was like, okay, I'm down. Where should we do it? Like, is it like a bar or like where should we go? And at that point I was like, I'm kind of done drinking, like don't think anything of this, how about your place, but I'm not going to do anything with you, like it's just for you to try it and make this into like a fun little experience, right?
You said that?
Yeah,
Oh,
just like
okay,
a fun
okay.
experience. Like
You
I
wanted
was
to see what his place was like?
well, no, I didn't really.
I'd be so curious. I'd be like, girl lives in like
The penthouse.
He's like,
somewhere
okay, well,
really
let me call the helicopter.
yeah. This guy lives in Rockefeller Center. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but I just kind of mentioned like, oh, how about your place just for somewhere like private? Because I have roommates, so I'm very like conscientious of them.
Yeah.
But then he was like, oh no, I have like a really anxious dog at home, like gets really nervous around strangers. And I was like, for sure, I have friends with anxious dogs.
This guy.
Yeah,
He's
like,
always right there.
I was like, don't worry about it. Let's just call it a night. Like, I had a good time. Like, we can just see each other another time.
Yeah.
And then he's like, but wait, don't we just need a private place? And I was like, yeah, that's correct. And then he whips out his phone and he types out, what's the closest 5-star hotel?
Okay. Wait, that's kind of sus though, right?
Five
Sus?
stars.
I mean, it's 5 stars, but like
But,
it's just them two.
yeah, but then I repeated like, hey, nothing's gonna happen.
But
like,
it's not different from going to his place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm like, this guy is like definitely like lying. So, sure, you can Google it. He calls the place and he's like, oh no, they're fully booked. So then I just say, don't worry about it. Like, really? Like, I believe you.
You're like, I'm gonna go to sleep now.
I'm done with this.
And then he was...
No, because he has his flight tomorrow, right?
Yeah, he was on his flight. And I also was just like, okay, this was a fun time. Like,
Wait,
Yeah.
we don't have to.
What time was it already?
It was
At this
like
point?
11. Like, you could call it. Like, I would be happy to call it, too.
Yeah.
Then he was
Well, you didn't like hanging out with him? Like, you weren't like jazzed?
Oh, no. I had a fun time with him, but it was just kind of like, you don't want to come on too strong in the first, like, couple of dates.
But then,
First date.
have you had
Yeah.
had a better date than that in New York?
No, this is probably the most interesting one.
Okay, go on.
The story's not over.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
And then he calls another place and just tells me, oh, this place does have space. Do you mind? It's a 10-minute walk. And I was like, sure, let's go. So we walk 10 minutes. We go to a really nice like hotel. And it's supposed to be like top 50 in the world or something.
Okay.
Like he looked up rankings. He was like, oh, I want to stay somewhere nice. So then we go up to the receptionist. He just says, 1 room, please, for the night. And then the person was like, that'll be $1,300.
Yeah.
And
5 stars.
Then he looks at me and he's like, do you want to add your name to the room? And I was like, sure.
Do I have to pay half too?
Wait, you mean like split it? That'd be funny.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, I'm tired. Goodbye.
Actually, my bed sounds really good right now. I'm gonna go there.
I need to check out my apartment, It's
Yeah.
empty right now.
Wait, so this sounds like your kind of like your like wanderlust story, like the person who kind of is just like this kind of phenomenon in your life that was just like this like crazy experience.
Came out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere.
It was just like fun, like
Yeah.
a fun time.
Okay, go
Yeah.
on. So you guys stayed
like,
there.
So then we stayed there. We just did like we tried a little bit of the party favors. It was super simple. It was just like not much at all.
Yeah.
But then we just like listened to music, got to know each other, cuddle. He didn't pressure me to do anything, and it was like perfectly fine. And then like at some point I just asked him. I was like, how are you single? Like you have like he seemed like a pretty good person. He seemed like intelligent, put together. I was just joking with him. I was like, do you have like a girlfriend? Like, are you hiding? I was just teasing him. And he was like, oh no, do you have a boyfriend? Like, how is this possible? So we just like teased each other. And then he also like told me like, oh, just FYI, we have this room for the whole night, but I have to leave around 4 because I needed to still pack for my flight. Is that okay? And I was like, of course. I'll just like enjoy this room.
Yeah.
Actually, I need you to go right now.
Let me enjoy this room. She actually put on story on Instagram.
Oh, you did? You put it on your story?
I put it on my close friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not on there.
I'm sorry.
Wait, no, I think you are. Okay, I'm gonna check
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
Time for later time.
Yeah.
You can just show me later.
You're
then.
probably too busy with your own life.
Yeah. Maybe I wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his alarm rings. He goes, gives me a kiss goodbye, and he's like, "Don't forget to order room service." I'm like, I won't. Goodbye.
Wait, did you say you did or no?
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna order right now. After
Lobster.
right after you leave.
Lobster,
What's the most
caviar.
expensive thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next day, I have lunch with friends, and I'm like sharing this like really fun story with them. I was just like, this was the most New York date I've ever been on. Like, just like really spontaneous. Like, he was some guy that I met at the club, and I did not expect this to happen. Like, it's pretty surprising.
And you didn't Google his name or anything?
Oh no, because I realized I didn't know his last name. It was actually very embarrassing while I was checking out. I was like, oh, can I check out for this room? And then they're like, under what last name? And I'm like, I'm not sure, but his first name is.
Oh, that's so awkward.
You need your name to check out.
I guess so.
I guess we're bougie hotels.
I guess
can't
5-star
relate.
hotels
Yeah.
are like that.
I can't relate.
Okay.
One of my friends, she like organizes like galas, or she's like on the board of some like nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
She like does that on the side for funsies. And then she asked like, wait, what's his last name?
Yeah, and you don't know.
And I don't know. And I'm like, but his first name is Jacob. And then she's like, wait, I think my friend.
really?
No, I just made up a fake name. Yeah. So basically, she was like, "Oh, Jacob, let me ask my friend. I might have a mutual with him." And then she like texts the friend, and then she shows me the name, and she's like, "Is this the guy?" And then I was like, "Oh wait, yes, that is him."
Mm-hmm.
So then she pauses. She looks at me, and she's like, "He's married."
The reaction. The climax has been reached. The reaction.
He's married. Okay. Room service for the night, you know? Okay.
This is the most. And then I was so shocked at that afternoon. It was like 2 p.m. I said I wasn't going to drink, but as soon as I learned he was married, I was like,
Cosmopolitan.
give me alcohol now.
Bottomless.
Yeah. Were you like,
Yeah, we were a group of friends, and we were all waiting for her to be like, "Just kidding." We were waiting.
Yeah.
We were waiting for the punchline, but no, that was it. He's married.
You're
Period.
just like,
and I was like, "Excuse me."
Go on.
Like,
Oh, God.
I definitely like looked at his like accessories. He did not have a wedding ring. And the first time I met
course
him,
not.
he also didn't. Yeah.
he's on a date.
Yeah, but like,
That Tiffany's
but even the
T-band was
first
the wedding.
time.
Exactly.
Was it on his ring
that's
finger?
why I
It wasn't on his
No,
ring.
that's
Index finger.
no, but that's why I was
Index.
sussed out. That's
Index
why I was
finger.
sussed out because I was like, it has
He moved
diamonds
it.
on
He
it.
moved it. To
Yeah, he was like, oh, just a little for
like,
the night.
That's for fun.
Fun finger.
They'll never,
finger.
they'll never know.
Oh my God! So he's married.
Yeah.
Um,
And then she was like, "Don't worry, it's an open marriage."
Oh.
But then I was like, wait a second. If it's open, then he should have like told me at least so like before, like,
Nah,
you know.
but he didn't want to freak you out, you know.
Yeah.
It might be a little better that you don't know. Maybe
He wanted you to enjoy that room service.
Yeah, you know, without feeling anxious about
what
like,
it
is your
matters.
wife gonna know? Like, you know.
So at that point, like, I don't really like. I'm not looking to date like a married man, like open or not. Like,
Yeah.
I think I'm looking for a boyfriend ideally one day.
Fair? No, yeah. Because then you kind of close your options,
Yeah.
you know? Like, you're already married. Like, you might be buying me nice dinners now, but like,
But
kinda closing my
a
options.
sugar daddy wouldn't be bad.
That still kind of would close the option unless like they never didn't know about it.
Yeah.
But then that's kind of cheating.
If he was not being upfront about his open marriage and letting me know the circumstances, then I thought it was fair game if I like kept seeing him and just like enjoyed the dates.
Like without pretending like you don't know.
Yeah, just
it's
pretending
like,
I don't know.
why
Like
not?
I
Why
just
not?
figured like what's the difference?
Like,
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
And because I've only been on one date with this guy, I didn't think I would get emotionally attached knowing his situation. So I felt like pretty safe. Yeah, but it was a very fun like New York date experience. I felt like it was the most New York date it could be.
But I guess like hearing these kind of stories, like I think this is one of the questions that we were supposed to ask last time. But who is it easier to live in New York? Like is it for girls or guys? Like
Oh, good question.
Oh.
yeah, you know, like
Wait.
To date around.
To date?
or like even just like get treated out like this. Like if we're a guy,
Guys aren't gonna get treated. What are you talking about?
exactly. We're never gonna experience this ever in our
Yeah.
lives.
Guys would have more fun, but our bank accounts would be
Wait, actually, I did.
so low.
Wait, you got treated sugar mama?
Oh, yeah.
When?
Oh.
How?
Wait, didn't I tell you this story?
No.
No, should we not go into like another story though?
I want to hear this.
No.
What?
What?
Wait, I thought I told this story
No,
to you
this
guys.
is-
I think I heard a snippet of it, but I don't think I heard. the
All right,
full thing.
Does omakase ring a bell?
no, well, we are bringing your own tea. So thanks for bringing tea.
Thanks for
Yeah.
bringing your tea.
So I was like 23 at the time.
Okay.
And one of my friends asked me to kind of help this girl learn how to edit because I was a video editor.
Yeah.
And that's how I was making money. And he was like, oh, I have a friend that if you could like meet up with her, like would you be down? And I like looked her up. I was like, yeah, sure, like fine, I'll just go and like teach her real quick. I'm like tired after work already.
Yeah.
So I go to the Starbucks and I meet her and she's like, hi, and she like hugs me and there's just this, like she had a very distinct smell. It was like very like like a very rich perfume.
You remember it to this day.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then-
what perfume?
I have no
If
idea.
you can.
I have no idea.
Do you want that? You want to get the same perfume so you can exude richness?
I just want to know what perfume she's wearing that he can think about
It's
it
like
like
floral.
5 years later.
It's
You want to make impression.
it's
I
a-
want to make an impression.
I
it's
see.
floral. It's not sweet. It's very like almost like cologne. So we meet at a Starbucks, and I'm like, all right. She's like, do you want something to drink? I'm like, no, I'm okay. Just like, like we could. Do you want to like edit over here? And she's like, actually, like, are you hungry? I was like, a little. I was like, we're gonna get like a sandwich or something, you know, from the Starbucks. And she was like, oh, I have a place. Let's go.
I
was
own this
like,
place.
I was like, huh? I was like, okay. I was like thinking in my head, like, oh, I don't have that much money though. Like, I don't know. Kind of broke.
I don't get paid much for teaching.
Yeah, so I like drive her in my Corolla to like.
This is in Hawaii.
Yeah, this is in Hawaii. So we go to this place that's near like a Korean barbecue. I was like, oh, I know this place, Sick to Rock. Yeah, we go here all the time. And she takes me to the restaurant next to it, and I've never looked in that direction, but it's called Sushi 2, and it was like this like omakase restaurant. And at that point in my life, I've never had omakase, and so I'm like, oh fuck, like. Yeah,
I can't afford this.
yeah, I was thinking like,
taking
oh,
Winston to omakase next time.
You've never had omakase?
I haven't like actually had the omakase experience, but like I've had like sushi, like kind of omakase, but not like omakase.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
can go to
yeah.
omakase next time.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
you're
should go. There's
treat Dan?
there's a lot of
For
your
it,
birthday?
like
Yeah.
No, I know
there's
there's a lot
good
around here.
ones. But it was one of those omakases where it wasn't like a whole course meal. It was like they just give you things like as you sit there. Like, and so we sit there and she starts talking and she starts asking me questions. And I remember that every time she asked me a question, I would start to answer, like maybe get like a few words in. She would cut me off, like ask another question. And she would keep doing that, almost like she was like trying to like Google me. And she was like trying to find like interesting information.
Yeah.
And she was like, she'd be like, oh, I know that guy. I was like, oh, I dated that guy. And I was like, okay, yeah, interesting.
Is
And
she like, wait, is she like much older?
So she's 26.
When you're
2
23.
years?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
4
3 years.
Oh, okay.
And then she keeps ordering. It's really good. I'm like, like I've never had fish like this, you know?
Counting bills
But
now.
I'm thinking in my head, I'm like shaking. I'm like, oh my God, am I going to have to pay for it? I wanted to ask her, like, I don't know. Like,
Wait, how did you not have omakase up until that point? Like, aren't you Japanese?
I am, but like, not all Japanese
I
people
mean, I
have
didn't know what
omakase.
omakase even
Dude,
was. until
I
came
literally
to-
lived in Japan for 6 months and I've never had omakase.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like so big until I came to New York. I was like, wow,
No
everyone
way.
like
Yeah.
idolizes.
It blew
this kind of
up
stuff.
in
I was
New
like,
York.
whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm shitting, and then at the end, like she's like, oh, are you done? I'm like, yeah, I'm getting kind of full, you know. And she gets the bill. It's only like $100,
Oh. Yeah.
but I'm like
Like
for
per
me, that's a
person,
lot of
or-
money
Yeah,
because
like
I didn't
23.
make that much
Yeah.
money back then. And so I look at it, I'm like, this is my groceries, you know.
Gonna start for a month.
Yeah. Like, but then she pays for it.
Uh-huh.
She grabs the check and she pays for it. I'm like, that's weird.
Is this a date or just editing? Listen.
There's been no video edited at this point.
No
yet.
videos edited at this point. No.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. So I was like, all right. Do you like want to learn how to edit now? and then she was like, what do you want to be? Like, what do you want in life? I was like, I guess I want to be like a director. And she was like, I can do that. Like, I can make you a director. I was like, huh? She was like, how much do you make? And I was like, maybe like 40,000. And she was like, I can triple your salary in 3 months. And I was like, okay.
Yo, that's like so scary, bro.
I was like, okay.
Are you sure she wasn't like part of
A pyramid scheme?
multi-level marketing?
I have no idea.
Multi-level
But she
marketing?
never
Yeah.
tried to pull me into that part.
She's gonna make you into a corn director.
Yeah. I was like, do you
God.
like omakase?
Just wait for the next part.
Oh,
Just wait for the next part.
okay.
So we finally get at one point she's like, let's just go to my house and like let's edit. I'm like, okay. And so like we go and then like I start setting up my computer. I'm like, all right, like let's do this. She goes outside of the room. She comes back in completely naked.
Oh my god.
And by the way, I forgot this. When I walk into the room, there's a wall filled filled, like a whole wall of film cameras, like vintage film cameras.
Oh my god, what if they were recording? What if she was recording?
Well, she did show me some like nude pictures of my friend too.
Your friend?
Yeah, she was
Wow.
like, I don't know. She said like that was like one of the best experiences or whatever. I was like, what?
So
the
she
fuck?
does
has a
this
cake.
with like.
I think she was like, he's like on the bed like that. I don't know. I only glimpsed.
Oh,
But I was like, oh wow, okay.
Interesting.
Um,
I'm surprised you're still
so-
alive right now.
So
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
so I'm there like trying to like do like okay we're gonna edit now.
she's naked in front of you. Like, so should we edit now?
Yeah, like
Man just wants to edit.
I was like,
No. He's like, I'm trying to create content. Oh my god.
I was like,
And she's like, she's 26. She's
26.
She's not bad looking.
not bad.
Okay.
She reminds me of an anime like character.
Which kind of anime?
Yeah,
character?
what is
She's
Yeah.
Korean. She's Korean.
She's Korean.
But she
That-
had
that explains
she had
nothing.
like an anime face. Like it was very round. It was like one of it was like round.
Was
I
she
don't know.
chunky?
She wasn't like chunky. No, she was
She
like,
was
she was
just
like,
baby face.
but she was also really a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, I don't even know if I edited that night, honestly.
Wait, so what happened after she walked in naked?
I was like so flabbergasted. I was like, what do I
Well, that was it?
I was like, what?
what was your like?
It was
Wait,
late
reaction?
already
What did
too.
you
I'm
do?
tired,
What
you
was
know.
like your reaction? I'm so curious.
Did
Just
you
like,
do
yo, what the-
anything?
I was probably like, whoa. You know, I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know what a true reaction would have been in that instance. You know, like how would you react to that?
Dude, I'm just like, what?
I'd be
Yeah.
like,
Right?
Like what?
what are you doing?
She was like, I hope it's
what?
okay. You know, like I'm, like I
Get a
like to
little
like
hot
I like to
here.
be around my house like naked. I'm like, I mean, it's your house, you know. Like, I'm like, what can I tell you? Like, put no.
What?
So what happened after that?
Oh.
Were you attracted to her?
No.
Was she making move?
Oh.
I don't think I was, cause like she had really nice pictures, and she's like, I think she's really good at like making nice pictures
Of herself?
of herself.
Okay.
Catfish?
Like she was like, she was like in a pool and her like hair is slicked back, and it was like you could see like the top like this. I don't know. She's good at
She has
making like
good
sexy
photos.
pictures.
She has good photos.
Yeah.
So thirst trap.
But then, yeah. I think eventually I did like start to teach her how to edit, and she was actually taking notes. I don't know if she was actually
What if
trying
she
to learn
wrote
editing
blah,
now that I
blah,
think about
blah?
it. Yeah,
No.
probably.
She was
She did
She's
not
like, I like
care.
She didn't care.
Nice. I
No,
like
but
it.
she had to do something for like an editing project. I was like, you know what? I'll just do it for you. Like it's just
I gotta
easier
go.
if I just do it.
Wait, so nothing happened between you two that night?
Nothing happened.
Eager.
That
Nothing
night.
happened, but she had me sleep over.
What?
But then
She had you.
But she's
she
sleeping
I
made
was
you-
so
in the same
fucking
bed?
tired.
She made you sleep over.
No, she
She's
didn't.
in
make
the
me
same
sleep
bed with you
over.
naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she put on clothes after. I don't remember. Like I went back home and I was like, the craziest thing. I went to my roommates. I was like, the craziest thing just happened to me in there. And then I was like, explained to them, and I was like, I feel weird. Like I don't know like what's going on. But then she like texted me and she was like, oh, you want to hang out today? I was like, not sure. But then I was like kind of intrigued, you know, at the same time. So I did. She like takes me to like, I'm kind of fast forwarding now a little bit. She tries to like woo me a little bit. Like she takes me to like this like Diamond Head like on the cliffs
Oh,
like
yeah.
yeah.
I like that. I like that.
She's
Yeah.
like, I know a
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah, she knows a spot. Yeah, exactly.
I know a spot.
And then she took me to this other spot that I've been there before, but then you climb up onto like a little building thing, and then you just sit and you can see like all of Oahu or like Honolulu, and then that's where she like kind of made her move on me, like she like kissed me.
What's your bust out?
By the time you slept on the bed with her when she was naked, you guys didn't even kiss?
No.
Oh, okay.
Dang.
So she didn't push it, at least. She didn't.
Yeah, she didn't. Well,
She was just naked.
we'll
but-
get there.
Okay, okay.
Too fast.
Yeah, so
So,
eager.
so another thing that's kind of funny is that she owned a Vespa, and she would like
That's kinda cute.
drive the Vespa, and I would
like
be
a
on the
scooter.
back. And she
Oh
liked
my
to wear
God.
this fedora thing, and then I had to wear it while I'm like riding with her. So I'm like holding. It's
Oh my
really
God.
So she
weird.
picked you up to go to these.
Yeah.
Okay.
She took you
She would
out.
So
take me
funny.
to these
She
places
would
like on a
take you
Vespa,
out.
and I would be like shitting my pants because like I was like what if we fall? You know, like I don't have a helmet.
That's the thing you're talking about.
You're literally just wearing a fedora as your helmet.
Yeah, because she wanted to wear it and like I had to hold it for her. So I'm like wearing it on my head. And I'm like holding her onto her like this, you know? I was thinking in my head, I was like, I wonder what people would think if they saw me right now. You know, Hawaii's not a very big place. At one point she said, oh, let's do a photo shoot, because I was like a filmmaker, and she was like, let's do like a little video thing. I'm like, okay. We go to like this like florist place and we buy like props, and then we go to this place. It's called Queen's Bath, and it's a place that is kind of private. Like you have to like know where to get the key, and then it's like a man-made like pool.
You need to get a key for it.
You need to get a key like from one of the houses or something. And so we get in, and then the first thing she does is just strip naked.
Again.
I was like, we're doing this. And so I was like, all right. I was like filming her. Like I don't really know what we're doing really. Like
Sounds like an adult film.
sounds like it. Sounds like adult film's about to happen for sure.
Casting couch.
Sounds like
Sounds like the cameraman got casted.
POV shots.
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't make any films that I'm aware of.
I feel like I just listened to a crime.
It's a crime podcast now.
Oh my god.
So after that, I was like kind of like trying to ghost her.
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Never solved mystery.
But she kept trying to hit me up for like freelance projects and stuff, and then I was just like had to just like cut it off after a while.
Yeah.
In your early 20s.
Yeah, so that's kind of what
Damn.
turned me into a serial monogamous.
That's
I'd
like
say.
almost your age, Winston.
I think
Huh?
Like
almost your age.
Yeah, like what?
I feel like that sounds kind of traumatic.
That
I'm
bit.
sorry.
It's a
it
bit.
does sound
I didn't hear
I'm so
traumatic.
sorry that happened
Wow.
to you.
That's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a heavy tea to
Yeah.
swallow.
Yeah.
I thought this was just
So I was
about
like, oh, I
like
don't
crazy
know.
I
dates.
know.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for sharing your stories.
You're welcome. Mine was a little heavy, but Yeah.
That was heavy.
It's
Like,
okay.
whoa.
No.
usually it's a lot more funny though.
Dude, from Singles Inferno to helicopter rides to that.
Is that?
What a roller coaster.
Man.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. We actually brought tea today, so thank you for hanging on with us if you're still watching.
Thank you guys for watching. Like, follow, subscribe on
YouTube, Instagram,
TikTok,
Spotify, and all the short forms on those too.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Crazy Roller Coaster Ride. And comment down below which one was your favorite. If you guys have any crazy stories like that, leave us a comment. What do you guys want us to talk about next episode?
See ya.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
you.
Bye.
Night.